I, along with many others, have been a long-time fan of the Gran Turismo series ever since its introduction on the original PlayStation. I have played every entry in the series with the exception of Gran Turismo 6, but now, players finally have their hands on the first Gran Turismo to be released on the PlayStation 4. How does it stack up to the rest of the series? First, let's talk about the gameplay, which, as you would expect, all the cars feel like real weighty cars that react differently based on their drivetrain, suspension, gear ratios, etc., which can be tuned during certain races. The cars react almost identically or as realistically as possible compared to their real-life counterparts, and that has always been a staple of the Gran Turismo franchise. It's never an exact match, but it is as close as we can get. The AI is cranked up quite a bit in this entry and presents themselves as a real challenge, with some AIs being more aggressive while others being more conservative. And notably, even the AI can make some mistakes from time to time. No longer is the AI just driving the perfect line around the track in a spaced out single file line, and that's a nice tweak to the gameplay, offering more of a challenge to the player. If you've had enough of the AI racing, you can always try your hand at actual living, breathing opponents in the online world. These can be custom sessions or ranked daily professional series races. The game teaches proper driving etiquette and rewards players who drive nicely while penalizing those who don't, which, I will admit, this feature is a nice try, but even if you are receiving a bit of some hothead braking too late, pushing you off course, I've found sometimes I still get penalized for going off. It's not a perfect system, but at least it is an attempt being made. Sometimes an event can take 15 to 20 minutes to even start while racing online, which can be kind of a drag, but that's to ensure matchmaking, and players are always allowed to qualify while racing, so it sucks that you have to wait, but it's nice that they give you something to do while you're waiting. Graphically, the game is gorgeous as one would expect, with all the cars getting new premium model scans. The tracks look great, and you can really see the push towards dynamic lighting upgrades, making the visuals really pop. When you're using an HD ready monitor, you should notice that the game looks more like the settings just got a major boost and got cranked to 11. The sounds are very squealer there. Every car sounds like it should, which is different from the one that isn't yours. And all of the music, I could do with or without, as it's just more of the same elevator music from the past. Overall, the sound design aside from the music is top notch. Everything sounds great and seems in order, right? Well, not so fast. While everything looks great and performs great, there isn't a whole lot of it compared to past titles, or even worse yet, similar titles like Forza or Project Cars. Without a doubt, Gran Turismo is the prettiest and most realistic of the bunch, but is that enough? As of launch, you nearly get 1/4 of the cars that you got in past titles, and the ones you do get are just more variations of the same car. Same can be said for tracks. As a fan of the franchise, I was very disappointed not to see High Speed Ring, Seattle Circuit, Laguna Raceway, Trial Mountain, Midfield, Deep Forest, and so many more. I hear that many of those will be added as free updates in the future, but at launch it feels pretty dismal. Couple that with the fact that there isn't really a campaign mode. Yes, they say they have one, and also people who will defend the franchise, fanboys, they will say it has a campaign. But really, it's just license challenges that teach you the mechanics of the game. There isn't really a career mode, which is odd considering how much better the AI is than past titles. We're talking the game is missing a mode that gives it longevity after the online servers quit working. Speaking of which, you can't access the campaign license mode for unlocking cars and all of that unless the game is connected to the internet. The only offline racing you can do is arcade mode, and if you aren't connected to the online servers, your progress won't be saved and the cars that you would get for completing challenges won't be delivered. It's a mind-boggling mess that Polyphony Digital says is to keep players from cheating in online play. At the end of the day, I've had a blast with Gran Turismo Sport, but I can't help but feel that I'm not having as much fun as possible because I remember the overwhelming content in past titles that just seems missing in order to move the franchise into an online-only title. Everything included in the game is almost near perfection, but also feels empty when compared to, say, Gran Turismo 5. I have to give this game a 7 out of 10. It's great, sure, but man, it could have been so much greater considering all the past titles I would have given a 9 or a 10 to. Anyway, that's my final thoughts on Gran Turismo Sport. What did you think of the game? Do you plan on picking it up, or have you already purchased it and are having a great time in the online world of racing? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're down there, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it will help other people find the video, and If you're new around here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. As always, remember guys that I love your face, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Until then, have a good one.